The parable of the three servants. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like this. Once there was a man who was about to leave home on a trip. He called his servants and put them in charge of his property. He gave to each one according to his ability. To one, he gave 5,000 gold coins. To another, he gave 2,000. And to another, he gave 1,000. Then he left on his trip. The servant who had received 5,000 coins went at once and invested his money and earned another 5,000. In the same way, the servant who had received 2,000 coins earned another 2,000. But the servant who had received 1,000 coins went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants came back and settled accounts with them. The servant who had received 5,000 coins came in and handed over the other 5,000. "You gave me 5,000 coins, sir," he said. "Look, here are another 5,000 that I have earned." "Well done, you good and faithful servant," said his master. "You have been faithful in managing small amounts, so I will put you in charge of large amounts. Come on in and share my happiness." Then the servant who had been given 2,000 coins came in and said, "You gave me 2,000 coins, sir. Look, here are another 2,000 that I have earned." "Well done, you good and faithful servant," said his master. "You have been faithful in managing small amounts, so I will put you in charge of large amounts. Come on in and share my happiness." Then the servant who had received 1,000 coins came in and said, "Sir, I know you are a hard man. You reap harvests where you did not plant, and you gather crops where you did not scatter seed. I was afraid, so I went off and hid your money in the ground. Look, here is what belongs to you." "You bad and lazy servant," his master said. "You knew, did you, that I reap harvests where I did not plant, and gather crops where I did not scatter seed? Well then, you should have deposited my money in the bank, and I would have received it all back with interest when I returned. Now take the money away from him and give it to the one who has 10,000 coins. For to every person who has something, even more will be given, and he will have more than enough. But the person who has nothing, even the little that he has will be taken away from him. As for this useless servant, throw him outside in the darkness. There he will cry and gnash his teeth." The parable of the gold coins. While the people were listening to this, Jesus continued and told them a parable. He was now almost at Jerusalem, and they supposed that the kingdom of God was just about to appear. So he said, "There was once a man of high rank who was going to a country far away to be made king, after which he planned to come back home. Before he left, he called his 10 servants and gave them each a gold coin and told them, 'See what you can earn with this while I am gone.' Now, his own people hated him, and so they sent messengers after him to say, 'We don't want this man to be our king.' The man was made king and came back. At once, he ordered his servants to appear before him in order to find out how much they had earned. The first one came and said, 'Sir, I have earned 10 gold coins with the one you gave me.' 'Well done,' he said. 'You are a good servant. Since you were faithful in small matters, I will put you in charge of 10 cities.' The second servant came and said, 'Sir, I have earned 5 gold coins with the one you gave me.' To this one he said, 'You will be in charge of 5 cities.' Another servant came and said, 'Sir, here is your gold coin. I kept it hidden in a handkerchief. I was afraid of you because you are a hard man. You take what is not yours and reap what you did not plant.' He said to him, 'You bad servant, I will use your own words to condemn you. You know that I am a hard man, taking what is not mine and reaping what I have not planted. Well then, why didn't you put my money in the bank? Then I would have received it back with interest when I returned.' Then he said to those who were standing there, Take the gold coin away from him and give it to the servant who has 10 coins. But they said to him, Sir, he already has 10 coins. I tell you, he replied, that to those who have something even more will be given, but those who have nothing, even the little that they have, will be taken away from them. Now, as for those enemies of mine who did not want me to be their king, bring them here and kill them in my presence."